Long ago, in a powerful kingdom along the great Niger River, there lived a fearless warrior named Obadele. He was not a chief, but his courage in battle had earned him great respect. His wealth was vast, his granaries were full of yams, his cattle roamed the lush fields, and his house was made of the finest mud bricks, painted with sacred symbols of protection. Despite his wealth, Obadele had only one wife, Adesewa. Many men in the land had multiple wives, but Obadele loved Adesewa dearly and did not desire another. He adorned her in the finest Ankara fabrics, her wrists jingled with golden bangles, and he ensured she never lacked anything. One day, as the sun hung high in the sky, Adesewa turned to her husband and said, "Let us go to the forest and gather wild berries. They will be useful when the dry season comes." Obadele frowned. "It is dangerous, Adesewa. The warriors from the neighboring kingdom are known to raid these lands." But Adesewa persisted. She pleaded and teased, and finally, Obadele agreed. "Gather your things, and let us go," he said. Some other women joined them, riding strong, swift horses, for the berry fields were far from the village. When they arrived, Obadele climbed a rocky hill to keep watch while the women picked the berries. Before they began, he warned them, "Do not wander far. Stay close to your horses. If I raise my spear to the sky, throw down your baskets and flee." The women nodded and got to work. Not long after, a cloud of dust rose in the distance. Obadele's sharp eyes caught sight of warriors, an enemy raiding party. He swiftly lifted his spear to the sky and shouted. The women panicked. They scrambled onto their horses, but the enemy was too fast. The older women, who rode slow and weary horses, were overtaken and slaughtered. Obadele and Adesewa had the strongest horses, and they raced ahead. But after a while, Adesewa's horse began to tire. She cried out, "My husband, my horse is weak. Take me onto yours." Obadele hesitated but could not abandon his wife. He pulled her onto his back, and they galloped forward. But the weight of two slowed the horse, and the enemy closed in. "Adesewa, get down," he shouted. "They will not kill you. You are beautiful, they will take you as a wife. I will gather our warriors and return for you." Adesewa clung to him. "No. If you must die, I will die with you." Obadele's anger flared. "Foolish woman. You will cause my death. Do you not trust me to come for you?" Adesewa still refused, so Obadele, with a sudden jerk, threw her off the horse. As he predicted, the enemy did not kill her. The first warrior to reach her captured her, while Obadele, now freed of the burden, sped away on his horse and returned safely to the village. When Obadele reached home, there was wailing in the village. The families of the fallen women mourned. They cut their hair in grief, smeared ash on their faces, and wept. Obadele, too, was heartbroken. Though he had not died, his heart felt heavy like iron. He shaved his head, painted himself in charcoal, and walked through the village, wailing. Adesewa's family came to him. "We mourn for our sister, but we also mourn for you. We will not let you suffer alone. Let us go and bring her back." Obadele wiped his tears. "It is good. I would rather die than sit here and do nothing." By nightfall, 7 warriors were ready: Obadele, 5 of Adesewa's older brothers, and her youngest brother, Ayamide, a handsome youth with hair so long it touched his back. They followed the enemy's tracks for days until they reached the banks of the great river, where they saw the distant glow of fires from the enemy's camp across the water. They hid in a thick grove of trees. As night fell, Obadele spoke. Tonight, I will swim across and search for my wife. If I do not return before the second sunrise, you will know I am dead. He stripped off his armor, tied his knife to his waist, and slipped into the water. Obadele crept through the enemy camp, peeking into the round mud huts. But Adesewa was nowhere to be seen. He searched until the fires burned low and the people slept. Then he hid near the riverbank, where the women came to fetch water at dawn. One by one, the women descended the carved steps to the river's edge. All day, Obadele watched, but Adesewa did not appear. As the sun began to set, tum, 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 he heard soft footsteps. A woman in fine, unfamiliar garments came down the steps. Obadele's heart leaped. It was Adesewa. He burst from his hiding place, grabbed her, and kissed her forehead. Quickly! Let us swim across. Your brothers are waiting. But Adesewa hesitated. Wait, she said. These people have given me many fine gifts, golden bracelets, silk robes, beads. Let me gather them first, and I will meet you at nightfall. Obadele's heart pounded. Forget the riches. Do you value trinkets more than your freedom? Adesewa placed a hand on his chest. Trust me, my husband. I speak the truth. She swore by the gods that she would come, so Obadele reluctantly let her go. He crossed the river and told his men, she will come when it is dark. Ayamide, her youngest brother, frowned. Brother, she does not love you anymore. She is lost to us. Obadele glared. She will come. But Adesewa did not return. Instead, she ran to her new husband, the enemy chief, and said, the gods have given me a vision. 7 warriors are hiding across the river. One of them is my husband, his hair is shaved, and he mourns. Alarmed, the enemy chief sent warriors to the riverbank, surrounding the grove where Obadele and his men hid. As the sun rose, the warriors attacked. One by one, Obadele's men died fighting. At last, Obadele stood alone, his bow empty, his knife bloodied. The enemy chief raised a hand. Do not kill him. My wife says he must be taken alive. Bound in ropes, Obadele was dragged before Adesewa. Why? He whispered. What did I ever do to you? But Adesewa only smiled. He asked that you burn his skin with hot coals, she lied to the chief. And so they did. He asked that you pour boiling water on his head, she said. And so they did. At last, Obadele, weak and in pain, whispered, kill me now. Let me rest. No, Adesewa smirked. He says he must be given to the gods. So the enemy tied him to a sacred tree as an offering to the gods. But in the village lived an old woman with a kind heart. She freed Obadele at night and helped him escape. Obadele swore, I will return with my people. I will have my revenge. Weeks later, the warriors of Obadele's kingdom stormed the enemy camp at dawn. The battle was swift. And as for Adesewa, Obadele tied a rope around her neck and forced her to dance in the fire until her cries faded into the night. Her mother wailed, but the people said, a woman who betrays her own must suffer the fate of traitors. And so, justice was done.